is going on, everybody? I'm back again with another video, and I am back in a neighborhood that I enjoy a lot. It's in Quezon City, which is Tomas Morato Avenue and Timog Avenue. This is the GMA network headquarters right here. But there's a lot of streets that I missed out in my last exploration, so I'm back here to see what else is happening. There's a lot of developments going on, and today's gonna be raining, but I'm still gonna do my best to explore around here and see what's going on. So without further ado, join me. You see the building, this new building. This was not here the last time I came to film. I'm gonna walk ahead. Like a couple of condos right down that way. But in the next block ahead of me, I'm gonna make a right and pass by the headquarters of Pinoy Big Brothers. I did film it the last time in the nighttime. I'm gonna show you what it looks like during the daytime. And apparently it's supposed to rain like 100% in a bit, like in an hour or two. I got this umbrella. But here, you know, it pours pretty hard. But I'm gonna do my best to record out here. I already see the rendering of this building over here. It looks nice. In the bottom, it has like a little Spanish colonial architecture. It looks pretty nice. But yeah, like I said, everywhere you go in the Philippines is developing. So this area over here, I think there's like about 4 barangays or neighborhoods that pass by. Right now, I think I'm in the North Triangle area. Yeah, this is Timog Avenue right here. I'm gonna go around this side with this Esquerra and see what's happening down this way. See, there's more here. Here's another condo that's being popped up and built. There's also a lot of nightlife clubs. Also, Filipino celebrities that live around this district. You know, the thing is, like, I don't think there's any other foreigner that has venture around here. Only me. I came here like last year. And this is a coffee project joint. I didn't walk around this area, so that's why I'm back here, but it's a nice area. It gets nicer on the other side, and then look at this building. It's being built up. Pretty nice. And they got like a shopping center and then condos on the top. I gotta be careful because these sidewalks are a little bit slippery, and my shoes are not really, they slide, so I'm gonna be careful with my filming and the slippery right here, you know, because it's raining a little bit. But then if you walk around like the main avenues like Timog Avenue and Tomas Morato, it gets nicer because not only they have the nice looking sidewalks, but they also have like a designated bike lane and a lot of business. So we're gonna go through there later, but now I just wanna walk around here because I didn't explore this side over here. Like I said, there's a lot to do, and then the regular streets are nice because they got some pretty beautiful houses. I'm just gonna walk towards where the pedestrian area is across and show you what's going on the other side. So here you see all the high-rise buildings being built up. Everywhere in Metro Manila, they're being built. This is actually Quezon City. And then they got also like little carinderias out here for people to eat, construction workers, and employees that work around here. So look at this, they got a couple of roosters. Reminds me of Puerto Rico, they have roosters there too, and at 5 in the morning they will be singing. It's like literally like your alarm at 5 a.m. I think they cook food here for the locals, but I'm gonna keep going forward so you can see what it looks like. So ahead of me is gonna get nicer. They got some nice looking houses, condos. I'm gonna show you guys what's happening. This is what the street looks like. I missed this area the last time I came. But you see condos that goes on over here. I think this might be like a nice apartment or house or subdivision. Look at this one across the street. They're actually pretty nice though. So. And I like the sidewalks. So just like the previous neighborhood I was filming, a lot of subdivisions here all next to each other. Like right here, you see them? Like I say, I guess a lot of famous people around the Metro Manila, they live around here. And this house here has a big gate. Look at this house with the gate. It is like a mansion. And then there's more condos right here behind me. In front of me, I mean. I was actually dressing here and it's getting more humid, even though it's not really hot. I heard like in December is when the weather settles down a little bit out here. But yeah, I think one more block should be Timog Avenue, which is like on the other side, you know. Then I think in one area should be the Tomas Morato, and then I should make a detour over there, then merge into another block. It should be the Pinoy Big Brother house. And even over here, you got local food spots. That's one thing I like about the Philippines. No matter what neighborhood you go, whether it's a quiet residential area, busy area, or neighborhood like this, you can find a little bit of everything: food, stores, all within literally walking distance. And here we got like a pretty tall condo that is pretty nice. This over here reminds me a bit of the metropolitan area of Puerto Rico, like San Juan, Bayamón, Carolina. Like the same structure, the streets are similar, cars parking the sidewalk, you know. And if you think about this area, it's a little bit isolated from other parts. Like the closest stop here is the GMA MRT station, and then a little bit further to walk around here. It's gonna get nicer more when I hit the other spots. Literally a dog barking in the house, I think. But if you come in the nighttime, it's actually nice because they have a lot of bars, a lot of restaurants, a lot of people hang out here, but it's not like a busy poblacion style. It's much more like a family-oriented, chill style nightlife. And ahead of me, Timog Avenue. Then here in the corner, we got Terraza, which I walk by in the nighttime if you want to check out my previous video that I filmed in the nighttime. And it lights up pretty beautiful. And here we got a Japanese restaurant. Tons of food options, you know, in this district. And it's a pretty nice neighborhood. Then this is Tomas, and ahead, this is the intersection of Timog Avenue, the circle. We're gonna walk there later, but I wanna head towards the Big Brother house. And then you got some more buildings at the end. You can even see part of the central business district that I filmed not much ago in Quezon City, where they got Vertis North and Soler, you know, between North Avenue and Quezon Avenue. But I think also the ABS, which is also like another news headquarters, I think it's located in this area. So this is probably like a network neighborhood out here in Metro Manila, which is Quezon City. And I'm crossing the intersection, and it's kind of like a shopping center, but it's a lot of restaurants. And at nighttime it's beautiful because it lights up. And this is the sidewalk I'm talking about. It has a bike lane, it has a pedestrian area, which I wish more parts of Metro Manila would have. Like this concept over here to make it easy for people to walk around. But they even got a Tim Hortons right here, which is a Canadian coffee brand. And then Wang Fu, then Hop In Hotel. Gonna keep going forward to see what else can I find. And as crazy as this sounds, I've been here a couple of times, you know, but of the times that I've been here, I have yet to see a foreigner. You know, it's a nice area to explore, and I mentioned this in many of my previous Metro Manila videos that most of the foreigners are always focused on BGC, Makati, and they think those are like the only developed districts in the Manila area, but you got tons of neighborhoods that are pretty nice, you know. And the media always portrays Manila like it's a horrendous place. This building that's being built here is actually pretty nice. So I want to see if I can cross the street and show you how it's coming out. I think it's a new building, but and you can see the sidewalks. You know, it's pretty nice. But let me cross the street and see if I can capture the architecture of this building. It has like a balcony, kind of like a European style development. Over here, more buildings. You see a couple of probably like headquarters. Yeah, let me just cross the street. See this intersection over here? It's drizzling a little bit, so as long as the rain stays like this, it should be fine. This is the building. It's actually longer than the other side, but you can see how nice it is. Not sure if it's gonna be a hotel or a condo, but you know, it's pretty nice. I think the only thing that ruins it, but this is all over Southeast Asia, is this spaghetti wires or this cable wires. I wish it was underground. If they were underground, I tell you, the city would be popping. It would look pretty beautiful. And there's a huge antenna there, so that's a TV channel network. I forgot which one it is, because it's been a minute, I think like a year since I came here. But they told me what it is, but I literally forgot. Like I said, they got a couple of networks in this neighborhood out here. Then over here should be the Big Brother house. If you come in the nighttime, it's lit up, and a lot of people come here to take pictures. This is it right here. Pinoy Big Brothers. And that's the house over there, so I guess this is where they filmed that show. It was pretty nice. The last time I came here, it was busy. A lot of people out here taking selfies with that house over there. So I guess here in the Philippines, they really admire, you know, famous people. Here's another tall condo. New building. I don't know if this was here the last time. South Triangle. This is South Triangle section in this area. I might walk over here to see what can I find. This looks like a hotel. I thought it was a church and then the condo. I'm probably gonna walk towards that side. They have a light here, so I'm just gonna wait for the light to change. So I literally missed this area the last time I came, but that's one of the reasons I came back. to see what else is happening, what other developments is going on. See, like they got South Triangle, a couple of business, and then some high-rise, nice condos. Like lots of the condos, gonna open this umbrella, the rain is coming a little heavy. Like lots of the condos, they look similar here, you know, with the small windows. But I'm pretty sure they have a nice view if you live like on top. It seems like this area is more of a barangay because I see the tricycles parked over here to take the people. So it must be like an importing area. And you see a little bit of the contrast here, the old buildings, but then modernism happening all over. So I'm probably gonna do like one block ahead of me. Then over there's people eating their food, you know, the locals. Kind of like carinderias happening outside. Gotta be careful where I cross. And they got this taxis that are originally from Vietnam, but they launched it out here in Manila. So I think it's actually cheaper than Grab. So I might take it one day to test it out. This is actually a nice looking building. Kind of has a little bit of a spooky vibe, you know. So I'm not sure they're gonna renovate it. And then I think a block ahead is where I should make a right and walk straight down. I'm probably gonna check out this avenue to see what it looks like. And then we'll leave the Mayor Avenue for the left, like Tomas Morato and Timog. And in this street here, I'm literally next to Tomas Morato and the other side, but this street over here is actually more local. Like I see, it has more like of a barangay feeling and a lot of local carinderias out here. Here you see how the nice houses start coming on. Like I say, this neighborhood is literally full of a lot of nice residential streets, and so is the entire Quezon City. Like I said in my previous video, I like to call Quezon City like the Queens of Philippines. You know, Queens is in New York City because it has like that vibe. Like it's part of the huge metropolis, but it has a lot of areas that feels like if you're in the suburb, in a quiet area with nice streets, you know, nice houses. So, like I said, I think Quezon City is actually one of the best municipalities throughout the National Capital Region. We got more going on. This is SCT, not sure if it's Sanctuary or Toison. And then they got this nice building over here. Kind of like a mini condo in the pedestrian areas. I'm just gonna cross over here, keep walking down, and then you see more buildings over that side. That looks pretty nice. This is Timog Avenue over here. It keeps going all the way on the other side. There's some high-rise buildings. I'm gonna explore the local streets first since I didn't cover much of that the last time I came. And then later we're gonna head up in the main street to see the action that's happening over there. Actually, here's where the area is gonna get actually pretty nice. You're gonna see beautiful houses, trees throughout the streets, condos. So, you know, this is an area that it can take you literally like the entire day to explore. It's a really fun neighborhood. It's, you know, pretty chill, not crazy like other areas out in Metro Manila, but I think it's actually worth it to explore. And we got more here. Here's where you see this beautiful house, and it's literally covered with the trees and everything. The regular streets are nice too. I like this house here. It looks pretty nice. And then you can see this, I don't know if they call it ceiba, like this huge massive tree. But it's good that they preserve it, even though it's literally taking over like the road. So, and then literally the streets over here, they go up and down. So literally good cardio. I'm trying to get in my cardio too, because I haven't been walking a lot lately. I think since I arrived here, I haven't walked as much as in New York City. So trying to get the cardio in and stay slim like I've always been. I love the streets, look. Houses, you know, pretty nice. And then even the sidewalks, they have the red color, but most of the neighborhoods throughout Quezon City, they're labeled like this, the sidewalks. So I guess it kind of divides you like the cities throughout the National Capital Region. This block that is coming ahead of me is reminding me like if you're in some of those neighborhoods in California, like the way out of the house or the sun. Let me see if I can cross the street and show you guys. I go here, you see? Look at this. Look how big it is. No parking, it is private. And then these houses, you can't really see it because they have the gate that is covered up. So, and then this is the street, nice and well paved. I love it out here. Even towards my right, you can see how beautiful it is. So I'm just showing you a little bit of what it looks like. Look at the gate of this house, how gorgeous it is. Wow. With the palm trees and everything. So yeah, it gives you a vibe like if you're, you know, in some other state or country. But this is, like I say, the heart of Metro Manila. So many neighborhoods are nice and developed, you know, so many areas that you can explore, you know, and I know in the future it's gonna be even better out here. Look at this house over here. I think it's only one level, but it has like a big gate. So yeah, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna turn back and keep walking towards the other side. And look over here, it's like a gray color, but it also has a nice looking gate. So cool. But I really gotta be careful with the road. It's slippery though. That's one thing about the Philippines. A lot of the pavements are slippery. So if you don't pay attention, you can really have like a bad fall out. These buildings, so nice. It has like the concrete and then like the futuristic on top. And we haven't even made it to Tomas Morato yet. You're gonna be pretty in wow when you see that avenue. Ahead of me, I keep looking and it's just beautiful. Trees everywhere, you know. Like I said, I haven't even hit the main action of this area. But yeah, so much to see out here. Look at this, it just keeps going. It'll take you forever to film like almost every block out here. Just showing you the bases and look, see mostly gate, and the houses are in the back. So I know it's crazy because the structure of the buildings are different, but walking around neighborhoods like this is giving me a semi-vibe of Bay Ridge and Brooklyn or even Flatbush. Like, you know, pretty nice residential areas with gorgeous houses or mansions and walkable, you know, you can walk around despite the style of the neighborhood. So it's giving me a little bit of that vibe right there. We got more over here. I really love how there's many, many trees that covers you with the block, so you're literally walking. And look at this over here. See, the streets is literally covered with trees, a ton of trees. And like I say, Manila, believe it or not, no matter where you go, they have trees all over. The thing is that sometimes the angle, like if you film a video from a drone footage or a helicopter, it looks actually different. But when you are underground, it looks actually much better in person. So, you know, I think that's also one of the missions that I like filming videos out here in the metro, to show you how nice it is. And look at this one, seems like it's a modern one that they built. And they're building another one next to it, pretty nice. And this house over here is pretty nice too. And this intersection is interesting because it got a restaurant, then there's a hotel right there in the back. Then it's 7-Eleven with a condominium right here that looks pretty nice and gorgeous. And despite everything, you still see street vendors, not like literally spread out, but around the corners you'll see them out here. Here it seems like it's another main avenue. And then some massive condominiums right there in the back. I think there might be like an ending of this road out here, so that might be a good opportunity for me to merge back towards Tomas Morato and show you all the action that's happening over there. Over here is called Don Rosas Avenue. I literally missed this the last time I came. But so far it looks pretty cool, you know, pretty wide, nice streets. Probably have to show you a little bit of what's going on over here. So now I'm in Marathon Street. This is kind of like probably one of the endings of Tomas Morato, where it will end, you know. I mean, even though it keeps going, but I think where the action is or cool things for me to film, it's a little bit more ahead. There's a condo right here. So yeah, like the last time I came here, I don't think I pushed it towards this side, so. And I've been filming only regular streets. I haven't even filmed like the main avenue yet, so we are in for a treat. But I can see how busy it's getting ahead of me, so let's go towards Tomas Morato, then Timog Avenue, and we call it a day for today. Plenty of other videos I got covering, God's willing. What it looks like, you know, even though the rain said it was gonna fall heavy, sometimes you just gotta keep an eye on it and carry an umbrella. Sometimes it might fall, sometimes it might not fall. Then look at this house, how nice it is. Probably a subdivision. Got like a couple, like 3 units in one. Here's another one. I like how modern and how nice they build these concrete buildings out here. But then a block ahead is gonna get pretty nice with a lot of action, so let's see what's happening. Here I am in the main road, Tomas Morato, and there's gonna be a lot of buildings, a lot of business. So I can't really film it all, but I'll give you an idea what it looks like out here. We're in for a treat, and the road is pretty nice. So here we got some business right here. Look at that, coffee shop. And then you see the buildings happening right here. Now across to the other side. And like I say, if you come in the nighttime, it's pretty nice because there's a lot of neon lights, a lot of activities. You know, a lot of people come here, they eat their food and everything. I filmed this area the same day 2 times. I came in the daytime, and then I thought I should come back in the nighttime to see how it changed. So I did, you know. This could literally be like a hidden gem in Quezon City. So they do something here that's very cool. I'm seeing the signs. They do something that's called car free from 5 in the morning to 10 in the morning every Sunday. So that'd be cool to walk here, you know, check it out, jog and something. Maybe I bring my fiance because she's a runner. She loves running, so I think it'll be like a good idea for her to come out here and run. See behind me, surrounded by some beautiful architecture. Even over here, you know, but we still got a long way to go ahead of me. And then Timog Avenue is actually pretty nice too. The last time I came, they were developing a couple of buildings, so I'm gonna see if those buildings are done, how much has changed since the last time I came here. Because everywhere you go, they develop it actually pretty fast. And even some of the regular streets are good to look at. Mostly like a lot of condos next to each other. But I really love the roads, how they look like. I think it lost color, it used to be red. Like this side is for the bike and then this is pedestrian. And here you got some restaurants. So if you're hungry, you can just walk around and see what food suits you, you know, what are you craving. The humidity is kicking in, wow. They're building a building right here in the Esquinita, and then the Icon Jollibee is right here. But you got them all over. The thing is also in the US, especially where I live, Jersey City, we got Jollibees. We got like 2 in Jersey City, but here in the Philippines, in my opinion, actually tastes better. Like the chicken here, they make it like better, well done. Even if you order like a single chicken, it kind of fills you up versus in New York, Jersey City, I order like 2 pieces of chicken, I still feel like I'm not hungry. Because after a few bites, you start seeing like the redness in the chicken. So it proves you the difference of the quality of the food over here comparing to the States. And here we got like a high-rise condo. Just doing a little detour to see what can I see in this regular street. So yeah, not much over here, so I'm just gonna walk back towards this way. High security or police presence on this side, so not sure what's happening. But there's always action and something going on. And I tell you, it feels like you're somewhere else. This over here, like I say, pretty developed business district, but I feel like here it just gives you like a really authentic local vibe comparing to other areas. And I wish more foreigners would be adventurous to explore areas like this. Then over here we got a Krispy Kreme. I don't think this was here the last time I came. There, that's a Krispy Kreme. They got them all over the Philippines. Believe it or not, Krispy Kreme is actually one of my go-to places if I'm craving a donut or coffee here. In the States, I don't like it that much. I feel like it's super, super sweet, but over here they do it perfectly balanced, and I feel like the coffee out here tastes much better than back home in the States. And cool thing, not only they got the bike lane and the sidewalks, but they got parking for your cars, even though it's very, very packed out here. You can see all the action going on. Then we got Chili's. Then this side is Mesa, which Mesa is actually a local Filipino chain joint. And I tried, I think, once or twice, and it tastes actually very good, and the prices are actually reasonable. So if you're craving like an authentic, good food, this is a good restaurant. And this keeps going, more business over here. Like I say, in the nighttime, you'll see all the neon lights popping up. And this is a crazy thing. You see this intersection? One thing about the Philippines, when people drive, is a area. Nobody literally stops. They might slow down, but they don't stop. So it's like, you gotta brave it and you gotta go for it. Thin building here in the nighttime. The lights have turned blue, and I think they got like a rooftop or a bar on top. It's like a better view, so you can admire. It's a nice looking building. So like I say, the vibes changes completely from the daytime to the nighttime. Here's a beautiful intersection, which is Timog Avenue and Tomas Morato. Let me see if I can walk towards this side to show you like a better view. In the nighttime, it's kind of like a mini Times Square with the neon lights, but it got like a monument here ahead of me. That's a monument of Tomas Morato. I think that's a hotel. And then some of these local buildings. Actually, this building over here where I'm standing is actually even nicer in the nighttime. If I was across the street towards that side, the view will be better over that side towards this side. But I'll show you that in the last video, but just giving you an idea what it looks like, so. This is Timog Avenue. This will take you right to EDSA. And in this area is mostly like, I guess, outer part shops comparing to Tomas Morato, where it's restaurants. But the streets are pretty wide too. So what you get in Timog Avenue, they have gold hotels right here. Quezon City. I haven't tried those hotels, not sure if the brand is good. Because they got Red Planet, they got, they got a couple of good brands out here. And here it seems like they're gonna build something, but they still got the local street food alleys. So there's more street food in Timog than Tomas Morato. This is Timog. You can even see the buildings that are adjacent to EDSA. It's funny, because last time I walked, I thought it was actually longer, but I guess now that I'm just enjoying myself, I don't feel like it's a far walk, but as you guys know, I love walking a lot. And even over here, you see they got developments happening. It's like they're trying to build up in every block in this area. And I think that's the area that I was walking a little bit earlier towards where Pinoy Big Brothers is. Here they got a pedestrian and the light changes. I'm gonna wait for the light to change. But like I say, this is actually a neighborhood that I don't see many foreigners cover, But I think it's actually really good because it's pretty authentic, a lot of locals, a lot of cool things to see. And the nighttime is really good because it got a nice nightlife. A couple of business house, wood, I believe. Well, I guess there's a lot of trees and the parking. I think it will be much better if they widen up the sidewalks. Maybe build like a light rail, take you from one part of this area to the other one instead of walking the whole length. I think that would be actually better. Like I said in many of my videos, no matter where I go, I feel like cities should be built for the people and not just mainly the cars, that way it makes the neighborhood much more cooler, I mean, this is like a restaurant. They probably got a nice nightlife over here. You can hear the music playing and a couple of condos right here. This is cool. Grill and bar restaurant. I like the design of it. You see on the inside here, what's this? Parking? Well, I guess you drop there and you got parking. Here I'm getting close to where I started my video, where you see the nice developments going on. This building in the Esquinita, wow, top notch. Let me get a little closer to show you how it's gonna look like. When it's fully finished, it'll be dope. This is it. And then some of the condos throughout EDSA. You can see even the development of Filling Best. Here's some of the top corporations here is Filling Best and Ayala. And another building there, that looks like Flatiron District. But I told you, man, this national capital region has a lot of potential, It is big, it has a lot of cool neighborhoods, a lot of great history, so, I know this national capital region can do great. Here's a close-up to the building that's being built right here. I'm not sure what's the name of the building, it doesn't really say, but that's what it's gonna look like. Wow, so this is enough. It's gonna be way taller than what I'm showcasing you guys. Literally skyscrapers popping up all over throughout the metro, especially towards EDSA highways. More over that side, and the MRT should be right near those buildings. This is the area that I literally started my walking tour video. GMA is over there ahead of me, and then this is the area that I walk. So I think this is gonna be a good area for me to wrap up my video out here between Tomas Morato and Timog Avenue. So that was the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. Be safe out there, everybody. God bless y'all, and peace.